Today we're gonna learn about CSS, cascading style sheets. So if you know anything about web development, or if you have, so you must have heard the name CSS, or you must have heard, oh, I know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So what is a CSS? CSS, I'll explain how I learned. Suppose HTML is your body. It's a skeleton. It's your body, skeleton, whatever you want to call. CSS is the makeup you do to your body to look it good. And JavaScript is the mind you give it to your body. So this is how all the three of them related. See, HTML is your body, CSS is the style or the clothes or the makeup you do for your body to look beautiful, and JavaScript is the brain you give it to the body to understand what exactly happening around it. That is CSS. Now, what is the full form of CSS? Cascading style sheets. Okay. Have you ever thought why it is called cascading style sheet? I mean, what is cascading in this? Well, in CSS, the styles are placed one above other. So if you know anything about the hierarchy of the CSS, what happens is there is a body, there is a HTML view, then there is your parent view, then there is your child, your own element view, then comes to your class, ID, and then inline. All these styles will stack together, stack upon each other, okay, and created a cascaded. And each style with priority basis will be applied to your HTML element. That's why CSS is called cascading style sheets. So I've been developing web application for past 4 years, and I am a decent one, I would call myself. But I would say there is one thing, one property of CSS which was my and is still is my kryptonite. Is this one position. I never understood what it means, how to handle that, but today we're gonna learn that. So there are 5 types of positions: static, relative, absolute, fixed, and sticky. What is a static? Static is your default position when you place your div tags in a stack. And when you write an HTML code and place 2 div tags, what do you expect? You expect both of them to be a block stacked upon each other. Okay, that's happened because our position is static. So basically, what is the default behavior of HTML tag is static. Relative is something which we will be using very much. What happened when you put your position relative? It calculates its position based on your previous position. Now suppose if you put something relative and put your top or bottom to 10 or 10% or 20%, it will move that block based on the previous location. It doesn't depend on the parents, it doesn't depend upon any elemental or view front port. Okay. Absolute is like a child who is just fed up with the family and say, I don't care anymore, and family is like, we don't care about you anymore, so we ignore you. So basically, when you put absolute as a position, it will just place it in the parent div. It will be placed at the top of the port, independent of the any parent position, and has its own element. But absolute has a problem, has a condition. Absolute will work. Absolute can change its behavior based on its parent tag. If a parent tag has another position other than static, absolute will follow that thing based on the parent. Suppose if parent has a relative position, then absolute will place itself above at the top based on the parent element, not at the viewport. But in fixed is like completely detached. It will go to the viewport. It doesn't care about the parent or the child. Sticky is something which act as a fixed when the page loads, but behave as an absolute when you scroll down. I'll give a demo and we will move forward how to do that.